Hey everyone, it is Finn here. Hope you're all doing super well, and in today's video I just want to talk to you guys about how well I think Leeds United can actually do in the Premier League this season after watching their performance versus Liverpool, which, what an insane game. 7 goals in this Premier League game. All I can say about Leeds United is wow. Yeah, that's right, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thanks for watching, cheers. No, but jokes aside, 7 goals in this game. I mean, there were 5 goals pretty much within the first half an hour of the game. And I have to say, Leeds United going into this game and coming out should be so incredibly proud of themselves. And I will say that I think a lot of us really underestimated what Leeds United could do in the Premier League this season. And by us, of course, I do mean me, because if you haven't seen my Premier League predictions for this Premier League season, which you can click on the eye thingy up above there if you do want to check out that video, but I'm pretty sure I put Leeds United in 15th place on the table. I didn't think they would come back with this big of a bang. Obviously, they did lose. They didn't get the points there, and I do think they do have to improve defensively. Obviously, they conceded 4 goals, no matter whether it's against Liverpool or anyone else. 4 goals, you do want to work on that. But wow, I have to say, if they improve on their defense and they really sort themselves out, Leeds United will look so strong. They do obviously need to get wins, you know?
No way!
But looking at their next few games, Leeds United do play against Fulham next, who hopefully they do end up getting a result against them, and then Sheffield United. Those are teams that Leeds really look like they could get points against if they play like they did against Liverpool. It's after that where they might struggle a bit, because the next game after those 2 games is Man City and Wolves, who, after seeing how they played, I wouldn't be surprised if they get a result versus Wolves, because in my opinion, Leeds United, 16 years not being in the Prem, came back stronger than ever looking at that performance. It really did look like a classic match, and I think Leeds United should be so proud of themselves. I'm not going to lie, when the game started, 3rd minute in, Liverpool get the penalty, I thought, you know what? It's pretty much going to be over. I thought, look, Liverpool, early penalty, they're going to get the goal, they're probably going to keep possession the whole game, and then they're going to score a goal later on, possibly. I couldn't have been proven more wrong, because at majority of the game, I would actually say Leeds United looked like they deserved to be in the lead. I mean, look, they didn't create nearly as many chances as Liverpool did. They created about a quarter of the amount of chances Liverpool did, where Liverpool created about 22, 23. Leeds only created about 5 or 6. But you know what? Leeds United, one thing they weren't in the Championship compared to the season was clinical. But wow, if Leeds United attack like this and are as clinical as this, they could at least be a mid-table team. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, if they constantly play like this, they look like they could do well in a competition like the Europa League. I mean, look, we've obviously seen newly promoted teams do well in the past, or they can get immediately relegated. And I think Leeds United are in a good path if they continue playing like this. It is just a matter of the wins. But I will say this, they almost look stronger than what Wolves looked like when Wolves newly got promoted. But as I said, after that early goal, I thought it was done for Leeds United. But look, Leeds United, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful first equalizer. Kevin Phillips, a man with lots of hype behind him, the young defensive midfielder, even got a call up to play for England where he did super well. Got a beautiful assist to the likes of Harrison, who I have to say, Harrison really didn't treat Gomez and Trent Alexander-Arnold as Premier League winners or European winners. He treated them like everyday defenders, and that's why Harrison got that beautiful goal. I will say, Harrison had so much professionalism. Gomez did seem to jump over the ball though, which made it a lot easier for Harrison. But Harrison really showed that he looks like a Premier League player, and I think he was probably one of the most impressive players on the field for Leeds. And I think Leeds going forward, their midfield and their attack looks so incredibly strong, and I would say it's just a matter of defense, because obviously that penalty was given away by Koch and Ball, which I can't blame him too much for. He's brand new to the team, you can't really move your arm away. It is just one of those penalties that does end up happening. But there were a few too many defensive mistakes for Leeds United that they really do have to minimalize. But it's quite funny looking at this newly promoted team to think, I would say their worst players on the pitch were the brand new boys, the brand new transfers, being Rodrigo and Koch. But other than that, I think this team has settled in well. It's got a lot of youth in it. It's got a lot of actually Premier League experience. And you definitely saw that with the likes of Helder Costa in the wing position. Obviously used to play for Wolves, was loaned out to Leeds United. But wow, he got one of the most beautiful assists I've seen in the Premier League in a long time. He got that really precise pass in towards the end of the game in the 66th minute. To Click, and I think Click really, look, once again, clinical. Leeds United, if they are as clinical like this on a regular basis, they really could do well. Another talking point of the game before I just talk about Leeds United's defense is the fact that Bamford looked so clinical in that striker position. He didn't create the kind of chances I wanted him to, and as a Premier League striker, you do need to be able to create those chances to score those goals, obviously. But he capitalized so perfectly after that Virgil van Dijk mistake, and I think that is the marks of a good striker and a Premier League worthy striker if he can create more chances. His reactions to Virgil van Dijk's mistake was lightning fast, and he was so clinical to pop the ball between Alisson and Virgil van Dijk. Bamford, 16 goals in the Championship last season. I do want to see quite a few from him this season in the Prem. Hopefully he can do that. And if he is that clinical for the rest of the season, I can see him getting a good 10 goals or so. Now, as I said, I just want to talk about Leeds United's defense and the fact that, yes, I mentioned it earlier in the video, but I really do think Leeds United do need to improve defensively. I don't necessarily just mean buy new defenders, but they do need to just work on their defensive positioning. Because although Koch, brand new to the club, I said this before, I do think he made few too many mistakes for the new boy, but we can't decide his whole future just based on this one game. Hopefully he does pick up in the future. But defensively, I want to talk about how good Ayling was in the right back position. I mean, if you are from a newly promoted team and you defend like Ayling, you are really going to good places. To think that he looked confident versus Mo Salah and Mane at times, that is the marks of a good defender in the Premier League. Those are fast, really good attackers, and Ayling didn't treat them like anyone else. He just treated them like a target that he needed to get the ball from. And once again, that is the confidence that the team needs. Another big talking point, Meslier in the goalkeeper position. Yes, he made a few too many mistakes. He went too high when Liverpool scored that offside goal, which I think he's lucky to count as ducks. That was an offside goal, and of course he should have put more power into that Virgil van Dijk header to get the ball away, because it just came straight to his chest and he fell into the goal. That's a talking point we've spoken about with David De Gea before, when De Gea doesn't put power to get the ball back. But you know what, Meslier, only 20 years old, I think he will learn off of that. And you know what, I saw some incredible saves from him. And I will say this, I think Meslier, the goalkeeper for Leeds United, is definitely going to be one to watch in the future in terms of goalkeepers. But guys, that's pretty much it for this Leeds United video. Sorry it is a tiny bit all over the place. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on that Leeds United game. Yes, I'm very aware that it's only one Premier League game in, and it does not set the path for the rest of the season. There are still 37 games left for them. But I'm saying in terms of if they continue this momentum, they actually look very, very strong. They just need to start getting wins. Obviously, they didn't win versus Liverpool, but they really look like they could. I think that they could go for mid-table if they continue performing like this. But Leeds United fans, if you are not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Or if you're a fan of anyone else, please do consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Sorry this video is all over the place, but this has been Finn, FYNN. Love and appreciate every single one of you. Cheers.